Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Whoa, this sounds like when you put your face in a fan. You guys ever done that? Put your face in a fan and hello. Can you guys hear it? I swear I'm like 10 or 12. All right, anyway, so it's fine. It's all good. I will never grow up, this soul of mine, and I hope to not to. What's going on here again? All right, look, we got a lot of influences. Starting off your message, this is for Aquarius, our Aquarius cross watcher. I have a lot to talk to you about today, and I don't know where it's going to go or where it's going to lead, but seems to be a lot going on. And I don't know what it is about you, and I always say this because it's the truth, since I can remember that every time I do a message and I title it Aquarius and I'm pulling Aquarius energy, whether it's Aquarius watching or a cross watcher, whoever's drawn to watch this video, could be one of you. Somebody here I'm very connected to, and you have a way of just bringing that shit out of me. I don't know what it is, but let's talk about it. So, sorry about my allergies, the whole cat situation. It's like cat hair always sticking in my face, but I'm also very hot. I've got a whole lot of sneezing going on. I'm probably going to sneeze a couple times. But yeah, I have been in a very deep state lately. I'm sure if you're watching this, you sense it. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you can tell. You can probably feel me. You're probably pretty connected to me as I am with you. And I've been reading the Book of Enoch. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, if you've ever read it yourself, but it's pretty intense. There's a lot of other books that I'm going to be reading also, but I'm on the third book of Enoch right now, and wow. So I've been in a very contemplative state. There's a lot I'm taking in. There's a lot I'm experiencing. I'm almost like crossing timelines during reading this, and I'm seeing a lot. It's piecing things together for me. It's putting pieces of the puzzle to our existence together. And it's just really, I'll just say this, it's very interesting. So there's a reason I'm mentioning it in your video today. Maybe you should check it out if you feel drawn, if your soul leads you to feel drawn. There's a great audiobook here on YouTube. If I'll remember, I'll put it down in the comments. It's a man who's narrating it, and I absolutely love it. He's easy to listen to. I usually don't like audiobooks, but oh my gosh! Sorry, guys. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's not the weather. Where I'm at, it's winter time. It's not the winter. It's the freaking, it's my allergies to my cats, but I can't stop it. I love my cats. So anyway, all right. Sorry. Hopefully you guys skipped through that, unless you were meant to not skip through it. Maybe you already know. I feel like some of you could be like, I'm hearing scholar. You already know a whole lot. Maybe you've already read this. Maybe you've already read a whole lot of things. There's another thing I wanted to talk about. Papaya. Look, I'm late to the game. The physical body that I'm inside of, the Aries body that I'm inside of, right? Because I'm not a zodiac sign. I just came through in an Aries time. Anyways, all of these factors of me, from my blood type to my fingerprints, all the things that make me unique to my skin color, I am none of these things. I'm just in her. But this physical existence has not known a papaya. I have never experienced a papaya until now, right? That's crazy. I don't know, just where I'm at in the world, it's not very prevalent, and nobody I knew eats them, so, but I'm getting into them. To me, it's an acquired taste, but they are so good for you. Like, if you do research on papaya and the seeds and everything, they're really, really good for you. So I cut the papaya. It was a massive papaya. Oh my God, like, thank God, right? You get so many seeds. Like, it's not like you get one or two. You get a lot of seeds. And I scooped them all out, and I followed the instructions on how to kind of, because I tried to eat it raw. Oh God. Oh God. If any of you know all about papaya and that's like your thing, and you know how to eat it and make it taste better, I mean, it's probably an acquired taste, like coconut water was for me. Hated it at first, love it now. But anyway, I tried it and it tasted like straight up chemicals. Like, it was just, oh God, it was so bad. I almost felt like I shouldn't eat it. Even though it said I could eat it, I didn't swallow it because it was just awful. Long story short, I know I'm just rambling, but you know what? Hopefully you guys are like fast forwarding, but some of you who are like very connected to me, I don't know who you are. Some of you I do know who you are. And we just talk. You know, I feel like if we talked in person, we would be sitting on the couch for like hours and just, you know, until I like fell asleep in your lap or something, or you fell asleep in mine, or we just leaned on each other and we drooled. Like, you know, we just talk forever. Anyway, I'm not going to cut this out. I'm going to keep it because you guys are like my best friends. And so anyway, I put them in the oven on a pizza thing, put some foil, put them in the oven, baked them, and they dried out. And then I put them in my mortar and pestle, and I just kind of ground them into, it looks like black pepper, but I haven't used it yet and put it on anything. Supposedly papaya is good to get rid of parasites too. And I did get my parasite cleanse in, guys. I've been naturally parasite cleansing, you know, pumpkin seeds, everything, the papaya I'm trying. I liked the texture. I couldn't get into the flavor of it, but I'm going to try again. But I have my actual parasite cleanse over there. It's called Parify. Maybe I can do a video on it. I haven't started it yet because I'm also overcoming a 16 to 17 year eating disorder. So my body's not really the greatest, and it's really rough on me. So I'm scared to just throw myself into a bunch of natural remedies and tinctures, you know what I'm saying, when I'm already going through so much physically. And I'm also about to wean myself off coffee. Like, I'm gonna go back to basically being a fucking newborn. I am, but it's different because of all the things I've done and all the things I've done to harm myself and my physical body throughout these years. It's a lot of backtracking, and it's a lot of, I'm going through a lot of pain. I'm going through a lot of purges, and probably this is some of it, I guess, huh? Not just my cats. I guess a lot of this is probably cleaning my body out, huh? I never thought about that. But anyway, so let's talk about it, my love. Now that we are a good 7 minutes in, I don't know what it's going to be when I edit it, because hopefully I'm not talking too fast. Sometimes I can talk very fast. But papaya and the Book of Enoch. Now, we'll put the Book of Enoch to the side, as far as I don't think it's part of the main message here, but if it comes back up again, we'll circle around. So, papaya, papa, 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 papi. I hear papi chulo. Papa. Some of you are new dads, new moms. Congratulations. Some of you may want to be. Some of you are like a father or mother figure. I get parent strongly with papaya. Aya. Maybe some of you have done ayahuasca, or you are considering ayahuasca. It's very spiritual. Every single time, man. I will not stop saying it till I'm blue in the face. Every time I do an Aquarius message, whether you're an Aquarius watching or not, if you're drawn to watch this message, I'm always pulling spiritual messages for you. It never fails. Papaya, right off the top of my head, I'm thinking papaya is so good for you, but for me, this is just my opinion, and I'm not accustomed to it yet. I didn't care for it, honestly. The flavor, it was, to me, disgusting. Not necessarily the papaya itself, it was just, but the seeds were fucking awful. But they're so good for you. So it's almost the idea of something being, and maybe it's not that easy to swallow. It's not an easy pill to swallow. It's not easy to get down or to ingest, to take in, but it's good for you. It's like running. Shit sucks, you know, sweating and getting all freaking hot and your heart racing, working out. It sucks, you know, until you get used to it, but the end result is worth it. It's like going through the pain, but it's worth it. You know, it's like birth. You give birth to something. Well, yeah, you can give birth to a lot of things. Creative ideas, a new company, a new business, a healthier lifestyle, healthier you, a baby. It's the idea of going through pain, but it's so worth it in the end once you get there, you know. If you're on a very spiritual path, you go through a lot of pain. You go through a lot of humiliation. You go through a lot of loss. You go through a lot of ego deaths. You experience a lot of suffering. You experience a lot of judgment, especially because we come here and we experience a lot of things in this life, so you can call them mistakes that we've made, and people don't want you to live those down, so or believe that you can't wake up from the illusion. So you go through a lot, but in the end you come out a better you. Oh my God, it's just like me, like all the shit I'm going through, like physically, like I have just put myself through the ringer. I have completely abused my physical body my whole life, really, and mostly since I would say it probably started when I was 13, 14, when I really started getting into the fact that I was adopted, and I had so many identity crises. It took me a very long time. Hear the plane? It took me a really long time to, I guess, figure out who I was, because I thought who I was on the outside. I thought it was this, my family, my friends, things like that, my physical looks, you know, and even up till recently. And it's been a long road of shedding that, and I think I'm still shedding it to some degree, yeah. But it's been interesting for me, and so just for a very long time, as long as I can remember, more than taking care of myself, I've just basically tried to kill myself slowly. Whether it was, I mean, I'm not going to go through all the things, we've already talked about them, and I plan on putting this out in a creative way again, like in a series, so people who haven't been with me a while can hear my story. And so I don't want to touch on that now, but I just want to say I'm picking up on some of you who are going through identity deaths, you're going through ego deaths, you're going through papaya, papi. You're going through papaya, papa, 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 father. Let's look up the word origin of papaya. I'm being drawn to it. Where does the word papaya originate from?
According to Simple Wikipedia, the common name comes from the Taino word papaya that was changed in Spanish to papaya, the word most used worldwide, with some changes. In Australia and some countries of the Caribbean, the fruit is called papa or papa, but another North American plant, Asamina triloba of the Ananaceae family, has also that name.
Papaya, spiritual meaning.
According to Florida School of Holistic Living, in Sierra Leone, the petiole is used in certain witchcraft to symbolize a gun. Dreaming of the papaya means that some mental, emotional, or even spiritual chains have been broken. It is an indication of being safe from the damage caused by other people. The papaya represents your abundant nature.
Sorry. Yeah, you damn right, I am emotional. I'm hearing somebody right now, I don't know if you're saying it out loud, but somebody's thinking, it's probably someone that doesn't know me well or doesn't watch me often. It's a little bit of hate there. Feel somebody being like, oh, she's so, yeah, I am emotional. I'm very emotional, of course. I'd much rather be emotional than numb. I've been numb for a long time. I love feeling things again. And I love feeling things because, not because, oh, I'm in a beautiful, loving relationship, or because another person had to bring it out of me. No, I'm very much single. I'm very much celibate, and I've been for a while. And I go through a lot of isolation. I go through a lot of loneliness. And it's been a huge, long journey to love myself. And I'm very emotional about it. And it never fails that God comes through and gives me a spiritual message like this. Dreaming of papaya means that some mental, emotional, or even spiritual chains have been broken. And what did I tell you? I told you we would circle back around. Did I not? I have so much faith in God. And I go through God through going through here first. And here we are again, where I'm basically being comforted in this moment, saying you're on the right path. This is fine. This is a purge. I'm going through a massive spiritual purge. And perhaps you are too. And please know, the papaya can be a good example for this for you, is that it is, you are being cleansed, and I'm hearing prepared. You're being prepared for something? I don't know what we're being prepared for. Maybe we don't need to know. Maybe we need to sometimes not ask questions and just trust the process. But know that the papaya here is coming to you today in this message to tell you, maybe even a father figure, someone who's passed on the other side, a very important male It doesn't have to be a father exact, but some of you it is. We picked up on this mail for you about a month ago, didn't we? There was a mail. This is the same mail. The one I said, okay, they're coming through again. They're actually telling you, pay attention to the papaya. If you don't eat papaya, you probably should. It is very important here. You may even start seeing papayas. You're going to hear the word, eat the seeds, whatever. Now, of course, check with your doctor or physician. I have to say those things. But, of course, you know, and not one size fits all for everyone, but there's something in this message for you. And you need to know that any hex that has been put on you is being removed. It's not even being removed. It's not there. It's not there. It's not allowed to be there. The worst curse you've ever had is the one you've allowed to put on yourself. The curses you've ever had, the worst ones are the ones that you've put on yourself. The cursing of yourself. Okay? Nobody has the power. They just think that they do. They think that they can draw energy from the planets and herbs and everything and light a candle and some deity will come to... No. What is meant for you will be for you, and they have their place here on earth and you have your place somewhere, okay? And you have somebody on the other side that is a masculine that's saying, I've got you, you're going through a purge. If you aren't yet, you are about to prepare because it's going to be difficult. You're going to experience symptoms, and maybe this is some of it, you know? Excess of snot, excess of... You're not sick. You've been sick. But because I have to say it, check with your doctor or physician, because I'm not a doctor, but you get what I'm saying? It's like ascension symptoms. You're going through this, or somebody you know is. If this isn't you, perhaps you've already gone through this, but it's like, you know, quitting the drinking. Some of you, I hear you're thinking about quitting drinking. I'm proud of you. You can do it. You can do it. Sometimes you have to get to a place where it's like, you know, you just get sick of yourself. You get sick of suffering, or maybe you just outright have an awakening. You know, maybe you have a near-death experience. That's what did it for me. But you can do it, and once you do, you feel so good. Whatever it is that you're purging or quitting or stopping, some of you it's smoking, vaping, drinking energy drinks. Some of you it's fast foods. It's, you know, maybe even relationships, always feeling you have to be in a relationship. Some of you may take time to be alone. And if anybody can't understand that, then you know they don't need to be in your corner. You have the right to take off what doesn't fit you anymore. And if something doesn't fit you, do what you need to do. This would be like, why would you wear the same clothes forever? You're eventually going to grow out of them, or they're going to wear and tear. You know, somebody here is changing. I'm seeing somebody shed. Oh, I'm seeing a lizard specifically. A lizard walking through it, looks like the desert, and shaking off. Yeah, this lizard, like as it keeps walking, it's shaking off the skin, is coming off its toenails, and it's like a reptile, but I'm not talking about what people say, reptiles in the government and all this, okay? It's not this energy of like Nephilim and things like that. It's just the energy of maybe you're shedding evil spirits that have been attached to you. I've been doing the same thing, you know, gluttony, which is encouraged bulimia for so many years, I believe came from a spirit for me, right? Alcoholism, I believe, was a spirit attached to me. Cutting myself was a spirit attached to me. Sex was a spirit attached to me. I 100% believe it. Now, nobody else has to. I'm not forcing you. You can click off the video right now. But this is what I have experienced. It's like we're all walking around possessed with something, several somethings, and we don't realize it. Like none of us are 100% being authentic because we don't know what it is. We have to be willing to go through the I guess the healing process, you can call it for lack of a better word, where we're shedding things that we didn't even know were attached to us. You know, like I didn't know I had parasites, but we all do. I mean, most places already know this. Like other countries than America, they are very well aware they get parasites often in food and the ground, anything, you know. But a lot of us, we're kept blind to a lot of things, at least where I'm at. And when you start seeing it, it's like the idea of spiritually too. You know, it's not just actual parasites, it's things that are attached to you that you think are your identity, you think it's okay, but it's not, you know, and they have to go. And otherwise, is anything we're doing truly authentic if we don't understand where it's actually coming from or what it's being influenced by? You know what I mean? And a lot of times we don't wake up from something until we start to suffer from it. because we have to see that it's there, you know? If we didn't see that it was there, we would continue doing it. This would be like, not a great example, but like if you were to use like a certain lotion and eventually you started breaking out, but it took a while, right? Because maybe the lotion is smart, and if it made you break out all at once, caused a rash on you all at once, you would immediately get rid of it because you would know where it came from. But if you know, it takes its time, right? Then you will never know where it came from. And as it develops over time, you know, you suffer from it. But then, let's say God comes through and gives you an epiphany. God comes through you. Direct connection here. You have an awakening. And you're like, oh, maybe this is coming from this. And so you stop, right? But it's not easy because maybe your skin breaks out more when you get rid of this lotion because you just stop all of a sudden instead of wean yourself off. Like, it's trying to make your life hell. It doesn't want you to give up on it. It doesn't want you to let go. It just didn't want you to find out that it was the one inflicting you to begin with. Terrible example, but I can't think of anything else in this moment. So you go through, you know, the purging process. Your skin starts to, you go through a lot. But eventually you come out on the other side, you get better, and you realize what it was doing to you the whole time, but it just didn't want you to see. It was very clever. You know, so it's like that. Also, some of you, maybe you, I don't know, this is not for everybody, but some of you may definitely speak Spanish here. You could be bilingual. And, you know, it's interesting because I feel like I just want to break out in Spanish right now, but I'm not fluent. I'm actually looking up tutors in my area. I think I'm going to do it online, though. Maybe do, like, I want to find an actual teacher, though, like an actual Spanish teacher, because I want to start over, like, from the beginning. I know a fair deal of Spanish. I have a great dialect. Like, my dialect is amazing. My sister-in-law is Mexican. She's from Michoacan, but she taught my brother Spanish. He speaks fluent Spanish. My nephew's mixed. He speaks Spanish and English, but I don't know it fluently, and I really want to learn. I need to learn, like, as if I was in school, though, right? Like, I don't want to just pick up random things. I want to take classes, and I prefer to learn in person, but it's just not very feasible right now with everything going on in the world. And so I think I'll probably have to do online classes. This is definitely going to have to resonate for somebody because I'm picking up on it. I wasn't going to talk about that today in yours, but I'm getting it strongly. Foreign language. It could also be the idea of something being just foreign to you, you know? Like, something is different, it's new, it's foreign to you. Usually when something's foreign, it's there's a lot to learn. There's a lot that we don't know. But once it's learned and once it's studied and time is taken, it's not foreign anymore, you know? I'm hearing a foreign body of water. Yeah, that could have something to do with something else. But anyway, yeah, so going back to that, I just think that maybe if I start in the meantime, while I find a good teacher for me that I'll be able to learn from and one that I can afford, it's like, I think I'm going to start listening to everything in Spanish just to go ahead and, you know, and then after I get fluent in Spanish, I want to do sign language. There's 3 languages, or I don't know if the third one is considered a language, but the first is Spanish. I want to be fluent. I want to be able to talk in Spanish in every way. And then sign language is the next one. I'm very interested in sign language. That will be the next one I learn if God says the same. And the third one is Braille. I want to learn how to read in Braille as if I couldn't see. I don't know, something tells me I need to do that. Like, in case, you never know, right? You never know. In case you lose your eyesight, you can have another way. And think about, most people don't know how to read in Braille unless you have to. So there's like a big need for that. Or maybe in the future there will be. I think it would be very beneficial. So anyway, learning languages, foreign languages, taking care of yourself. The Book of Enoch. I'm getting just, it has nothing to do with foreign languages, guys. Some of you, your guides, this masculine even on the other side, is saying, I encourage you to continually learn. I encourage you to travel. Maybe some of you need to travel. You've been being tugged to travel. If it's not travel, my love, maybe you can't travel as much, maybe money or whatever, but places to stay, maybe it's not safe. But then Spirit says you can travel in other ways. You can astral travel. You can Travel with your mind. Learn. Never stop learning. Never stop growing. I'm hearing new music you will listen to, new things you will educate yourself on to get a broader view of what's around you. What's, like constant learning and being accepting of being a student right now in life. I love being a student. I would much prefer to be a student than a teacher, right? I don't really consider myself a teacher other than like I can teach people what not to do. Hey, learn from my mistakes, that's other than that, I wouldn't say I care to be a teacher other than just to let people know what paths I've taken, and where it could possibly lead them down a road of destruction if they followed in my footsteps. Like, I guess I would prefer to teach people what not to do because, I don't know. I just don't want people to suffer as I've inflicted on myself for so long. Like, why did it take me so long to get to this point? I don't know. But if I don't think about time, it hasn't taken me long at all. I still have so much longer. I never die. In fact, just the body does. But I will forever learn the soul of me inside of here. The soul will never stop developing and learning and taking it in, I guess, more so, or unlearning the shit that I have thought. So you have a very spiritual message today. I could say, oh, I'm not going to post it. It's too heavy. It's too deep. It has nothing to do with love. Some people just come to messages because they want to know about love, which is fine because I get that. Sometimes you need a little break from all the other stuff. But I don't know, guys. I feel like this is one of the reasons I really highly respect Aquarius energy or whoever's watching this video, because I can go there with you, because it's not fucking superficial, because I can have real conversations with you that go beyond the physical, that go beyond what everyone else is doing on earth. It feels more real to me. It doesn't feel shit. It is more real to me. It is like I truly know that you care for my soul. You don't give a fuck what's on the outside. The human does not interest you in the least. It's what I am, who I am. You want to peel the body away and get to the seeds. Oh God, you want to get to the seeds. Maybe this is the universe saying, or your spirit guide saying, this male on the other side telling you, I'm here again. I want you to, Papa, I keep hearing Papa. I want you to open up, and I want you to know that all the goodness and all the nutrients, and even, I'm hearing even your natural ability to heal yourself is inside of you. You can do it. Your soul is there. Oh, that's deep. I don't know if I should go there, because that could be somebody being like, oh, yeah, they're supposed to go take all these pills. But this spirit guide, let's just say it like this. Your spirit guide or your ancestor on the other side, this male who I picked up on a couple of months ago or a month ago, if you know what I'm talking about, that one, is saying you have the naturally, it's not me saying it, it's them saying it. You have the natural ability to heal yourself, even the physical body that you're inside of, because you hold all the nutrients and knowledge within. You hold the knowledge of the universe, but you don't know it because you forgot it when you came here. It would take you a long time to uncover that all, but it's about more so seeing it now. When you get there, it's not going to be easy, because when I told you I opened that papaya, I was like, this is awful. Like, I had to like dry it out to even, I still haven't even sprinkled it on my food because it's just so bad. That's my opinion. I'm not adjusted to it yet. I've seen people take spoonfuls of that shit raw, papaya seeds, but it's like, it's not gonna be easy to get down. It's not gonna be easy to take it in, who you really are, what we all really are, but it's worth it because everything else is false, It's processed. This life processed. It's artificial. It's artificial sweetener. It's artificial sugar. I don't mean actually, but yeah, I guess. But I'm talking about the outside. It's artificial. It's cancerous. It's fake. It's a facade. It's not real. It's all an outfit. We're all playing a role. We're all confused. We're all dolls with souls, just kind of living in houses and playing dress up, and you know what I'm saying? But there's more to us. At night we come alive, but we think we're asleep. At night, that's when we're the most alive, because we are the least confined and prisoner in our body. We travel, we go. This is why most people like to try to cast on people at night or whatever, because it's a sense of control. But even then, they have no control. You know what I mean? You are such, and I'm hearing, an immaculate being. You have such a massive purpose here, and you are your purpose. You know, there's so much to discover. You'll never get bored and never get tired. And how do we even have time for relationships with other people when there's so much to do with the relationship with ourselves? Like we could learn to the ends of time, and we'd never stop learning and discovering and then unlearning. It's so vast. You are so vast. There's so much to you. You're incredibly beautiful and wonderfully knowledgeable. You are knowledge itself. You are walking knowledge. You are like a portal to your own enlightenment. Straight through here. And it's like interesting because it takes us so long to see it. But it's almost like you're being commended on the other side. Like this male, your spirit guides, God, your ancestors, and people are supporting you and saying, I see what you've done. I see what you're doing. And no, it's not been easy. And it feels like you're always on this ride, right? You're always learning and unlearning. You're always peeling back the layers till your eyes cry more because the onion is burning it. You know, the truth of everything, the truth of what you've done to yourself, the truth of what you've believed, the truth of what is here, and even things you don't know the truth of yet. It's like, it's a lot, you know, it's hard to take in. It's definitely like cutting open an onion. Peeling back those layers of our identity is very difficult. We never fully, like, it's very hard. You almost have to walk out of the kitchen because it's too fucking much. You can't breathe. You're snotting and crying all over yourself because it's hard to understand that, you know, it's not like you sat there and took the onion and rubbed it in your own eye. It's the vapor. It's the fucking, it's in the air. So the suffering is part of getting to the good part. Otherwise, all of that is just contained inside that sphere. It's just contained and it needs to be let out. Your flavor, your essence, who you really are, your true identity, not all these things that we were stamped with the moment that we came into this existence. We call it birth, but the moment that we come through here, you know, we get stamped with all of our importances. Like, you know, it's like nutrition facts. Our social security numbers, if you have that wherever you are in the world, you know, they say your fingerprints, your blood type, your race, your eye color, your hair color, your family, like all the things that we identify as and with, you know, and even our sexuality, our gender, and it's like you're really actually none of any of that. It's so different. Like, you're none of these bruises on your onion. You are none of the peel. You are not the color of the onion. You are not the ground that you grew in. You are not the store that you were bought in. You are not the vehicle that you were transported in and brought to the store. You are inside of that onion, and it's difficult. And it's not going to be easy. And it might make you cry when you get to the center of it. But what good are you if you do not cut yourself open? If you just stay inside your own peel until you wither away and rot? It's about bringing out the tears, bringing out the soul, your essence. You're so fucking amazing. I love you so damn much. I love you. I love you. I am love. You are love. And I see you, and you see me. That is love. That's what love means. I love you. That's what that means. I am love, and so are you. And I see you for what you are. Through your peel, through your layers, through the tears, through the pain, through the taking my breath away in good ways and bad. I see you. I see you. I reflect you. I'm going to let you go, guys. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.